picture there also. We have the speakers.
So we are reading today from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 21st from Madhya Lila, entitled The Opulence and Sweetness of Lord Krishna. So there are a lot of verses to read, because many they have no purport by Srila Prabhupada. We start from text 105. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Bhushanera Bhushananga Tandalita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushananga Tahindalita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushananga Tandalita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushananga Tahindalita Tribanga.
Tahara Upara Bradhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhana Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tirache Nitrantabana Taradada Sandana.
Tirache Nirantabana Taradada Sandana.
Tirache Nitrantabana Taradada Sandana.
Tirache Nirantabana Taradada Sandana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
I think the melody is not so good. Can suggest a better one? Bhushanera Bhushananga Tahindalita Tribanga.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tirache Nitrantabana Taradrida Sandhana.
Tirache Nitrantabana Taradrida Sandana.
Vinde Radha Gopi Ganama.
Vinde Radha Gopigana Mana. Thank you. This is the right one.
Bhushanera Bhushana Anga Tahe Lalita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushana Anga Tahendalita Tribanga.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tirache Netrantabana Taradrida Sandana.
Tirache Nitrantabana Taradrida Sandana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
Vinderada Gopigana Mana.
Bhushanera Bhushana Anga Tahindalita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushana Anga Tahendalita Tribanga.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudhanu Nartana.
Ganamana.
Vande Radha Gopi Ganamana.
Bhushanera Bhushanan Anga Tahyam Malita Tribanga.
Bhushanera Bhushanaka Devanika
Tribanga.
Tahara Upara Rudhanu Nartana.
Tahara Upara Brudanu Nartana.
Terachhe Netranta Banda Taradritha Sanhana.
Terachene Kranta Bana Taradritha Sandhana.
Vandera Vindheratha Gopi Ganamana.
Vande Radha Gopi Ganamana.
It was not an easy verse to pronounce. It's okay. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Jai.
Ornaments carries the body, but the transcendental body of Krishna is so beautiful that it beautifies the ornaments he wears. Therefore, Krishna's body is said to be the ornament of ornaments. Enhancing the wonderful beauty of Krishna is his three-curved style of standing. Above all these beautiful features, Krishna's eyes dance and move obliquely, acting like arrows to pierce the minds of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. When the arrow succeeds in hitting its target, their minds become agitated. So we go on. Brahmando pari paryama tanyi svarupagana tan sabara bale harimana pati grata shiromani yandre kaye vedavani akushaye se lakshmi gana. The beauty of Krishna's body is so attractive that it attracts not only the demigods and other living entities within this material world, but the personalities of the spiritual sky as well, including the Narayanas, who are expansions of Krishna's personality. The minds of the Narayanas are thus attracted by the beauty of Krishna's body. In addition, the goddesses of fortune, Lakshmis, who are the wives of the Narayanas and are the women described in the Vedas as most chaste, are also attracted by the wonderful beauty of Krishna. Charigopi manarate manmate ramanamate namadare madana mohana jini pancha saradarpa svayam navakundarpa razakare nana gopigana. Favoring the gopis, Krishna rides on the chariots of their minds and just to receive loving service from them. He attracts their mind like Cupid. Therefore, he is also called Madana Mohan, the attractor of Cupid. Cupid has 5 arrows, representing form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. Krishna is the owner of these 5 arrows, and with his Cupid-like beauty, he conquers the minds of the gopis, though they are very proud of their super excellent beauty. Becoming a new Cupid, Krishna attracts their minds and engages in the rasa dance. Nijasama sakasange gugana charana range vrindavanis vachanda vihara Jandravenu dvani shuni stavara jangamana prani Puraka Kampa Ashru Vaidhara. When Lord Krishna wanders in the forest of Vrindavana with his friends on an equal level, there are innumerable cows grazing. This is another of the Lord's beautiful enjoyments. When he plays on his flute, all living entities, including trees, plants, animals, and human beings, tremble and are saturated with jubilation. Tears flow constantly from their eyes. Muktahara Bhakta Panti Indratanu Pinchatati Pitambara Vijuri Sanchara Krishna Nava Jaladara Jagatsasya Upara Varishaye Lilamritadara. Krishna wears a pearl necklace that appears like a chain of white ducks around his neck. The peacock feather in his hair appears like a rainbow, and his yellow garments appear like lightning in the sky. Krishna appears like a newly risen cloud, and the gopis appears like newly grown grains in the field. Constant rain of nectarian pastimes fall upon these newly grown grains, and it seems that the gopis are receiving beams of life from Krishna exactly as grains receive life from the rains. Madhurya Bhagavata Sara Vrajikaila Parachara Taha Shuka Vyashiranandana Stani Stani Bhagavate Varniyache Jainaite Taha Shuni Mate Bhakta Gana. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is full in all six opulences, including his attractive beauty, which engage him in conjugal love with the gopis. Such sweetness is the quintessence of his qualities. Shukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, has described these pastimes of Krishna through Srimad Bhagavatam. Hearing the descriptions, the devotee become mad with love for God. Kaite Krishnera Raze Shloka Pade Pramaveshe Preme Sanatana Hatadari Gopi Bhagya Krishna Guna Ye Karila Varnana Bhavaveshe Mathura Nagari. Just as the woman of Mathura ecstatically described the fortune of the gopis of Vrindavana and the transcendental quality of Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described the different mellows of Krishna and become overwhelmed with ecstatic love. Grasping the hand of Sanatana Goswami, he recited the following verse. Gopyastapa kimacharan yathamusya rupam lavanya sharam asamardam anunya shiddam digbi vivanti anushava binavam durgrapam ekantadama yashasa sriya aishvaryasya. What austerities must the gopis have performed? With their eyes, they always drink the nectar of the form of Lord Krishna, which is the essence of loveliness and is not to be equaled or surpassed. The loveliness in the only abode of beauty, fame and opulence, it is self-perfect, ever fresh and unique. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:44-14 was spoken by the woman of Mathura when they saw Krishna in the wrestling arena. Tarunyamrita paravara tarangalavanyashara tatese avarta bhavadgama vamsidvani chakravata nariramana trinapata tadubayana yahudgama. The bodily beauty of Sri Krishna is like a wave in the ocean of eternal youth. In that great ocean is the whirlpool of the awakening of ecstatic love. The vibration of Krishna's flute is like a wild wind, and the flickering minds of the gopis are like straws and dry leaves. After they fall down in the wild wind, they never rise again, but they remain eternally at the lotus feet of Krishna. Sakyetan tapukoila gopigana Krishna rupa sumaduri pipi pipi nitrabhari lagyakare janma tanumana. Oh my dear friend, what severe austerities have the gopis performed to drink his transcendental beauty and sweetness to their eyes in complete fulfillment? Thus they glorify their birth, bodies and mind. Madhurira udarana naiyara samana paravyome svaruperagane yeno sabhavatari paravyoma hadikari e madhuryanai narayane. The sweetness of Krishna's beauty, enjoyed by the gopis, is unparalleled. Nothing is equal to or greater than such ecstatic sweetness. Even the predominating deities of the Vaikuntha planets, the Narayanas, do not possess such sweetness. Indeed, none of the incarnation of Krishna up to Narayana possess such transcendental beauty. Tate Shakshi Sri Rama Narayanera Priyatama Tativrata Gunara Upasya Tinoye Madhurya Lobe Chadisaba Kama Bhoge Vrata Kore Kalila Tapasya. The vivid evidence in this regard is that the dearest consort of Narayana, the goddess of fortune, who is worshipped by all chaste women, give up everything in her desire to enjoy Krishna, being captivated by his unparalleled sweetness. Thus she took a great vow and underwent severe austerities. Sita Madhurya Shara Anya Siddhi Naitara Tino Madhuryadi Gunakani Arasaba Prakashe Tanra Datta Gunabhashe Yanyata Prakashe Karya Jani. The quintessence of Krishna's sweet body luster is so perfect that there is no perfection above it. It is the immutable mind of all transcendental qualities. In his other manifestations and personal expansions, there is only a partial exhibition of such qualities. We understand all his personal expansions in this way. Gopivava Darupana Navanava Shanikshana Toraje Krishnera Madhuryam Donikare Udavai Balimuka Noimudi Navanava Donora Prachuryam. Both the gopis and Krishna are complete. The gopis' ecstatic love is like a mirror that becomes newer and newer at every moment and reflects Krishna's bodily luster and sweetness. Thus, competition increases. Since neither give up, their pastime become newer and newer, and both sides constantly increase. Karma tapa yoga jnana vidhi bhakti japa dhyana yahaite madhurya durlabha kevalaye ragamare marge bhaja Krishna anurage tara Krishna madhurya shurabha. The transcendental mellows generated from the dealings between the gopis and Krishna cannot be tasted by means of fruitive activity, yogic austerities, speculative knowledge, regulative devotional service, mantra yoga, or meditation. This sweetness can be tasted only through the spontaneous love of liberated persons who chant the holy name with great ecstatic love. Shirupa Vrajashraya Aishvarya Madhurya Maya Divya Gunagana Radnaraya Anera Vaibhava Satta Krishna Datta Bhagavata Krishna Sarva Ansi Sarva Shraya. Such a static transaction between Krishna and the gopis are possible only in Vrindavana, which is full of the opulences of transcendental love. The form of Krishna is the original source of all transcendental qualities. It is like a mine of gems. The opulences belonging to all personal expansion of Krishna are to be understood, to be bestowed by Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is the original source and shelter of everyone. Last one. Shilaja Daya Kirti Darya Vaishaladimati Eshava Krishna Pratishtita Sushila Mrido Vadanya Krishna Samanayanya Krishna Kari Jagati Rahita. Beauty, humility, mercy, merit, patience, and expert intelligence are all manifested in Krishna. But beside this, Krishna has other qualities like good behavior, mildness, and magnanimity. He also performs welfare activities for the whole world. All these qualities are not visible in expansions like Narayana. Purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions that the qualities of beauty, humility, mercy, merit, patience, and expert intelligence are brilliant qualities, and when they are exhibited in the person of Narayana, one should know that they are bestowed upon Narayana by Krishna. Good behavior, mildness, and magnanimity are found only in Krishna. Only Krishna performs welfare activities for the whole world. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Svapadam Tikam Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Maham Bande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai. We should go till which time? 8:30. I heard that you changed the time. Yeah, actually, by reading these verses, I'm wondering what I can say now. Srila Prabhupada, in all these verses, give one purpose. How I can say something. No. So please forgive me. There are so many Italian verses. Then just by hearing them, something moves inside. This is how Krishna attracts everyone. Krishna is the most attractive in many different ways. He can attract us through his holy names, in the form of prasad, in the form of the deities, in the form of the scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna and Chaitanya Charitamrita also. It's Lord Chaitanya himself here describing the sweetness of Lord Krishna. Krishna that describes himself. Something blows the mind, how we say. Yeah. I take some help from Nectar of Devotion. So in Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami described that that Krishna has 64 qualities. And on these 64 qualities, 50 they can be found also on human. 50 qualities. Now I don't go through all the qualities. You can read Nectar of Devotion. And 5 qualities more can be found on some demigods like Shiva and Brahma. And then 5 more qualities, they can be found on Narayana's form. So these make 60 qualities. But the qualities, they are 64. So there are 4 qualities that only Krishna has. No all the other form of Narayan, no the best of the demigods, they want to speak about us. So, and the 64th quality, I am reading because it's so nice explained here. He has wonderful excellence of beauty which cannot be revealed anywhere in the creation. So there is no comparison with the beauty of Krishna. And if we go now to look the 64 quality, Krishna's exquisite beauty, it is written in the 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, verse 12 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Uttama tells Vidura, "My dear sir, Krishna's form was most wonderful when he appeared on this planet and exhibited the potency of his internal energy. His wonderfully active form was present during his pastimes on this planet, and by his internal potency, he exhibited his opulences which are striking to everyone. His personal beauty was so great that there was no necessity for his wearing ornament on his body. In fact, instead of the ornaments beautifying Krishna, Krishna's beauty enhances the ornaments. It is so nice. And it's also related to the purport that we were reading, because Srila Prabhupada says here, one should know that they are bestowed upon Narayan by Krishna. This means that all the quality that appear to anyone and everywhere, they are coming from Krishna. He is enlightening this quality. He is giving life to everything and everyone. So, as a devotee, it's a very important point to understand this. That if we develop some qualities, it's just because Krishna allowed us to develop this quality. They don't come from us, but they come from Him. And if we always remember this and act properly, then this quality will increase. And by increasing these qualities, we can reach pure love of Krishna. And in this way, we will be able to see Krishna. Krishna reveals Himself in many ways, as we said before. But in order to be able to see Krishna face to face, then we need that Krishna give His darshan. It's not enough that we are endeavoring to obtain this. It's just due to His causeless mercy. And of course there is a way how to obtain this. And Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita, Yayatamam Pratyadhyante. He says, according to how we endeavor and surrender to Him, then He will reveal Him to us. But it's not enough to endeavor, but we have to endeavor in the proper way. The endeavor should be done to please Krishna. If we are not endeavoring with this motivation to please Krishna, it will be very difficult to get the full mercy of the Lord. And in order to learn how to endeavor properly, then we need to become humble. Without humility, it's not possible to develop the right attitude to serve Krishna. And of course, Krishna we cannot, at least at my level, serve Him directly. We are serving Krishna through the Guru Parampara. By serving the Guru Parampara and by serving the devotees, then we will be able to get the mercy of Krishna. This is the way. This is our tradition. So, then we understand what it means to become humble. We should become a servant of the servant of the servants. And then Krishna will be really praised. This is the way that we have to go. And here another important point in this verse, in the purport given by Srila Prabhupada, but quoting Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that only Krishna performs welfare activity for the whole world. This means only Krishna can satisfy everyone. Sometimes we are trying our best to satisfy devotees to satisfy people, but doesn't work so much. Someone is always disappointed with us. Why? Because we are, in one sense, pretending to satisfy everyone. We want to take the position of Krishna. Only He can satisfy everyone. And if we learn how to serve, as I said before, the parampara, then it will be possible that we can satisfy everyone. Like the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Everyone liked them. Dhira, adhira. No. The devotee and the non-devotee, everyone liked them. No one complained about Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami and the other Goswamis. Why? Because they were so humble. And they were fully dedicated to serve everyone. And Sanatana Goswami was considered to be the Acharya Guru of Vrindavan. But why? Because he was feeling to be the servant of everyone. Everyone becomes so attached to him because he was really striving to serve everyone. And this is our mood. This is the mood of our parampara. Of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave himself this example. And this is the way how we have to go. And in this way Krishna will reveal more and more, not only in our heart, but He will reveal also in His different forms. Like I said before, Krishna is manifesting so kindly for us in the form of the deities. And when we are serving the deities, then we are showing that we want to please Krishna. And then Krishna is revealing Himself. When we are looking at the deities, then the beauty of Krishna increases. And then I said before, Krishna is revealing us in the form of the scriptures. And today start the books are the basis. How we call? Week. Yes. Where we are supposed to endeavor more for read Srila Prabhupada books. And if we learn also to read in the proper way, with the proper attitude, Krishna is revealing through the scriptures. And indeed, I don't know in English or in German, but in Italian we say that I have read un bel libro. Bel means beautiful. I don't know if you have the same expression in German or in English. We say beautiful book. Normally we say nice book. No?
Because in Islam we say for everything nice.
Yes. But in Italian we say beautiful. So, beautiful because, by reading especially Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna is revealing, and this becomes so beautiful to read. You are attracted. You start to read and then you go on, you go on, you go on. So Krishna is manifesting us in this way. Actually, our books are so beautiful, ISKCON books. Why? Because the devotee, they try to please the Guru Parampara and please Krishna, so they are really meditating how to do these books nicely. Nice paintings, nice decoration, nice gold, nice pictures, everything is so nice. And I got this experience when it was 1990, they knocked down the wall between East Germany and West Germany. So they asked me with a group of devotees to go and doing Sankirtan there. So we went there, and I was telling to the devotee, oh, but with my German, just come, with me a nectar. We went there, and I was just going around in the street with our books, and people, they become so attracted, just by seeing the books, and just to show the books. And show some pictures inside. So attractive. So Krishna can manifest. He's so attractive that he can attract people just by showing them a book. This is one of the open secrets in Sankirtan. You have to show the books, you have to make them touch the book, they are touching Krishna, you have to make them to see some pictures inside, and they become so attracted just by looking. Yeah, Krishna can manifest in many ways, and we should learn how to serve properly the devotees and the Guru Parampara, and then Krishna will show himself more and more to us. So I end here. If there is any question, any comment. So loud.
I think there's more vegetable to come.
More vegetable? I have to go on. So let's see if there is any question, any comment. Yes, Matri?
When you were reading the different translation and it explained the exchanges between the gopis and Krishna and how they were enamored by Krishna's sweetness, and therefore their only shelter is Krishna because they're so enamored by Krishna. And for the past few days I'm listening to some lectures by His Holiness Bhakta Labhya, where he describes how when you're so absorbed in Krishna, nothing else will matter. Whatever's going around, nothing will affect you. So you're so absorbed in service, and then I was just thinking that like right now when I really analyze myself, then I do get so bewildered and affected by what's going on around me. And although there may be some attraction for Krishna, then I feel like it's not strong enough maybe. So, I mean, as a young devotee, what should our perspective be? Because at one point we know that Krishna is so attractive that if we absorb in him, nothing else will matter. But at the same time, given that we are in the material world, in this existence with our conditioning, things affect us. So how should we really strive to actually develop ourselves in bhakti?
Thank you for the nice question. That's a nice point. That when we are absorbed in the practice of devotional service, whatever is around us has no really effect on us. And this can happen in any service. Of course, in some service we are more, in one sense, forced or solicited to really surrender, to really take shelter on Krishna. Like, for example, when we are going preaching, book distribution, for example, if we are not really concentrated in what you are doing, in your service, then so many troubles are coming, because you are outside, in the lap of Maya. When you are in the temple, when you are serving the deities, somehow or other you are more protected. The environment, the devotees, Mahaprasadam, so there are so many things. No? But we should learn to take shelter on Krishna. And the best way to take shelter on Krishna is to take shelter on the holy name. Indeed, the holy name is a prayer. That we are praying Srimati Radharani to be engaged in the service of Krishna and Rama. And if we are praying with this mood, then service will come. And if we pray in an humble mood, Srinada then we will be able also to effort this service in the proper way.